Yo, what up guys, iReapism here, and welcome back to another video. Today guys, we're gonna reminisce on the past once again, and this is one of my first maps, really big maps that I've released, and that's 7327. And the last time that I accessed the save file on my computer was February 9th, 2014 at 3:12 a.m. So my past was working really late on maps. And as you can see, that's just a proof right there. Last time I accessed that world was really late at night. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. That's about, 3 years and a lot of months later. Alright, so I am on my alt account. I forgot to switch it up. But yeah, I recorded this already. And I was on the wrong recording preset, so I'm going to have to redo it, unfortunately. But this is 7327, guys. I'm just going to tour the map really quick, explain what the map is, and I'll show you all the features of the map. And maybe some of the classes. It's going to be a pretty long video as well. This is one of the bigger maps, and, Growth is a sequel to this map, which you'll see later. I've already recorded that, but again, you'll see it later in the future when I upload it. It's based off of this map and remaking it with Raise-like classes. But let's just focus on this because I don't want to give too much information. So this is 7327, guys. Once again here, 7327. If you type on your keyboard or on your keypad on your phone, with the 9 numbers and the 0, there's 3 or 4 letters underneath. Here's an example of what that looks like. With 7327, you can make the words reap. So that was the name of the map. Young me, naive, would name a map after himself. That's just, look, guys, I don't want to talk about it, but I did, all right, and there's no changing that. Here's all the beta testers. There's a ton of these guys, right here. Lots of them. You know who you are. A lot of people that you see on here have these default heads, and they've changed their names, so that's why you won't see their actual name, their actual player head. So yeah, there's plenty of people here. A lot of these people were pretty late beta testers, but they're here. So anyways, guys, let's get into it. So 7327 is a asymmetrical attack defense map with classes but no abilities, just classes. And some classes are just really abstract. They were very different at the time. I released this map in 1.7, just to give you an idea. And I've been developing it way before 1.7. I believe 1.5 I started. Now I have a development series. It's excuse me. It's 30 episodes long. If you ever want to take a look at any of the episodes, just read the name of the video, and then, whatever seems interesting, you can go back and watch that. But I'll leave the playlist in the description. You guys can check that out. Most of the videos of these maps are on my older channel, unfortunately, so you guys won't really see it on here. I'm uploading this on iReapism instead of iReapism 2. iReapism 2 is where all of this was basically created on. So yeah, I'll link the playlist. But anyways, just to move further, asymmetrical attack defend map. You have 25 minutes as the attacking team, the Marauders, to successfully penetrate the defending team, the Paradisitors. You'll see that name later. And you have to destroy these 3 beacons. That is the objective. Now, any way you can do it, it's allowed. There are certain rules in the map, but they're not too limiting. There's a few rules here, and I think that's somewhere here. Yeah, here's some rules. You can pause the thing if you want to read them. The order changed. Okay, but yeah. Oh no, that's I have to read this one. I think. There we go. That's so weird. It just did it backwards. But you can't build over the void or be in it at all. You can't craft any tool or armor of any sorts. Hover for more details. All tools, buckets, iron rods. You can't use stun. Yeah, so you may craft pressure plates and buttons. You cannot use water in the void to enter the map in any way. You are not allowed to drop or share items obtained from your class. Elsewhere is fine. You may not tamper with artillery in any way throughout the game. So tampering might like be, you know, exploiting a bug or something. It's kind of a rule. There are ways to tamper no matter what. Just the way it was designed at the time. You can't really you couldn't make exceptions at the time without creating a lot of lag or all this stuff. But anyways, you're a so attacking team is green, blue team is paradisers, and yeah, attacking team is marauders. So marauders get a marauders spawn after the defending team. So the defending team would spawn here. They have about 60 seconds, I believe, and they're able to activate these resource pads. So there's 3 resource pads. There's obtain food from Reaper. So if you step here, you basically will hear a sound effect, and then you'll be able to obtain these materials from the Reaper. So that's blocks over here, pretty hard spot, honestly, to get there, and then arrows as well. So if you want the extra resources from the Reaper, you'll be able to if you step on the obsidian. So yeah, let's move on to the after this little jungle. There are a few vines. You actually spawn with vines actually, so you're gonna have to build up yourself. So I removed all the vines. You have to build up yourself with the ones that you spawn with. Anyways, this is a battlefield. Lots of haystacks. Very poor blocks to hide behind. They're not really blast resistant. But they're not as tough against TNT, which you'll find to be pretty bad actually with this. So it's encouraged that the attacking team builds defensive walls and not take advantage of the ones that are given to them, because they're not going to last. So here's the first wall, the main wall. There's a little lava face here. It's very dangerous. Once this area gets exploded through, very hard to navigate through. But I'm going to show you that there's on either side of the wall, the left and right side, on the lower part there are 4 pre-placed TNT in each of these dispensers, with 10 ignition and 10 propelling TNTs, and they make quite the mess, guys. I'll just show you one of each. You see, this area is fortified pretty well. However, one TNT will do the job of destroying that. Yeah, that was a pretty nice TNT blast. Yep, destroys the whole lower part, and you can't even use this part really for archery anymore, because this area is destroyed. This where I'm building, so it's very hard to use this. Let alone use as defense how it is right now. Now I can come here and press the button again, and then it's gonna do even more work. Yeah, it's devastating. So you get 4 shots, and you're free as a defender to keep reloading them, but you're not gonna get the same power as a preset. You're talking about right clicking 20 dispensers here. It's probably not gonna happen in a game. So anyways, now that I've shown you that, once you make your way through the first wall, you'll make, as a defender on the top, you have these pistons for cover. I'll show you the purpose of them. With a bow, so you'll be shooting your enemies like this. Sorry about the arrow glitch, but you'll be shooting your enemies like that, and then you can basically stand like that to avoid the arrows coming at you. Here's some extra storage, and let's move down here to this part of the wall. There's an access point here to another deck if you need it. And if you go to the middle, this is a very nice archery point. This gives you a really nice field of view of the lower part. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty much everything I try to build symmetrical on this wall, so I don't have to, if I go over one side, I'm basically going over the right side, except with these teleporters. They're repairable because you can craft pressure plates, but you can teleport to the midway, which is this area over here. And this is teleport to the back wall. Right. So if I show you what that looks like. I'm not on the team, huh? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Scoreboard. Teams join Paradisers. Alright. the game hasn't started. None of this stuff will work. But let's just take a look at. Let's see if this works. This does. So this is activating the Reaper. I'll just stand out, so when it does its sequence and doesn't find someone, it'll reset. So it resets. You have to be paradisitor. Now, it's currently off. The Reaper is currently off. If I do turn him on, he's going to make a lot of noise. So, let's not do that. Yeah, there's a ton of cool stuff in this map, huh? There's a lot to show that I've completely forgot actually about. But we'll try to show that at the end actually. But I'll turn him on, you know. We'll live with his sounds. You'll experience it as everyone did when they played this map. So Reaper absorbs some of my energy to turn himself on, and now he's passive. He's always making these sounds randomly. So that's fun. I don't know why I did it, but I loved it. I love the concept. I did it. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, we'll just turn this down, just in the, you know, just to have some clarity. There's one of the sounds. All right. So anyways, we're a paradisitor. If we stand near here, we didn't activate the other blocks. But I'll occasionally get the pickaxe near here. I think you, as a paradisitor, you have to be a little bit closer. Right, okay. So I'm on the defending team, blue. It's another sound effect. But yeah, Raiders can hack the Reaper and turn his power over to them. So, in the beginning of the map, just to go over this again, you in order to get this material from the Reaper as a defending team, you have to stand on these pads during your 60 seconds of free time as a defender. So that was really important. So if you want that huge defending advantage, that's how you'd have to do it. You'd have to do it during that 60 seconds. But the Raiders, once the Reaper is activated, you can. The Reaper can, not the Reaper, the Raiders can come down here and start a hacking sequence. Now let's say a defending team had no idea, they didn't activate the Reaper. If a Marauder is in here with that the startup sequence, if he was in this area and he activated the Reaper, it's automatically hacked. So it automatically becomes hacked and gives all the resources to the Raiders. Here's a gunship, you'll see this later in the form of artillery. We'll get to that. It doesn't look quite that good, but it was good. It was alright. It was alright, you know? It was hard to do wireless redstone in this and make it look good at the same time. But anyways, let's move on. Let us move on. So, we went over the Reaper. We went over the objective. I'll just go over the second one a little bit. So, like I said, I want to actually go over this after we talk about the second wall. It's not very fortified. It's very thin. That's, you know, obvious. Once you get through the first wall, getting through the second wall shouldn't be harder. It should be a little bit easier because that first wall is the hardest thing. Because the reason for that, you know, typically as you move past defense, it does get harder, more fortified. However, in a Minecraft PvP, timed-based PvP map, once you get through the first wall, it should be a little bit easier because you have to walk the distance, right? We have to remember that. You have to walk the distance every time you die as a Marauder all the way to here. And there are certain aspects of the map where, for example, when you hack the Reaper, your spawn point becomes here, I believe, somewhere around here. But, you know, there's too many complications, too many features of the map. I can't really go over it in this video completely. Likewise with raids, it's a big map. So with that being said, let's move on quickly. Let's become a Marauder and hack this guy and see what happens. So I'm a Marauder. I break through the first wall, and I want to hack this Reaper. How are we gonna do it? Well, we just stand in here. So it's a random process, I believe. And so you hear like a ticking sound with the Reaper. That's how you know he's being hacked. There we go. The Reaper is hacked. You can now obtain blocks and arrows. And the occasional pickaxe by sending you the Reaper. So look at this. This is the resources you can see. 1 TNT, 4 arrows, 2 blocks, 1 food, and the occasional pickaxe. Looks pretty good to me. Alright guys, so that's pretty cool. Another pickaxe. It's not too rare. I don't know the rates, but it's not rare. You'll now spawn in the jungle. Okay. So let's see. Let's check that out. Where it went. Some raiders. Yeah, you'll spawn right here. Right there. So it gives you an advantage. Hacking the Reaper is definitely an objective of itself. You know, getting all these resources. You know, TNT as every class is very important since there are specialized classes. They do very well in certain things. For example, a Pyro class will do very well in lighting people on fire and long distance fire damage. And Blaster would be an example of doing TNT damage. So Reaper gives everyone the advantage in terms of helping to get the objective. So anyways, let's move on. I'm going to start the game and do a mid-game entry here. So it's going to be pretty, so I can show you the classes. Alright, toggle ready. So we just wait in here for the attacking team, which we are. As you see, we're green. And so they'll be spawning here. They'll have that time to go get the blocks and all that stuff from the Reaper. But yeah, that's how it is. We have a timer on the right. I believe it's 25 minutes. This is how you used to do time back in the day. Without all this fancy scoreboard stuff. At least the only way I knew. But yeah, once the game fully loads, after 60 seconds, I'll be showing you some other things. So yeah, guys, this is 72.7 so far. It was pretty immense at the time. I feature creeped a lot with this map. Like as you can tell, there's so many features. Artillery, there's, you know, mid-game entry, there's, you know, hacking the Reaper, there's the beacons, there's a lot. There's a lot, so much. So I didn't really go over. Here we go. So objective, destroy the paradisers beacons before the game ends. Radar initiated. Radar checks for paradiser locations and tells you where they are in real time. So we got scanning for paradisers every so often. And here is the class selection for the Marauders. So we get, these are your 4 basic class. Projection. So it tells you really good with protection. Bow is pretty good. Melee's alright. Stealth. Bow is bad. Protection is really good. Melee's pretty decent. Blaster. High protection. Low bow. Low melee. Pyro. High melee. High bow. Pretty high protection. But it's limiting in a way. So I'll just show you an example of a class. Let's take a look at projection here. Our first one. So you get your armor. Go in this little node. You have that time to adjust your inventory if you need to, and boom, there you go. By the way, I don't do first slot bow. That's pretty disgusting. That's just a bug within how the order goes with redstone and stuff. That's changed over the updates, so yeah, that's not me. So yeah, here I'd spawn here when we hacked the Reaper, likewise. So I want to show you. So yeah, here's just the armor and stuff. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Now if I kill myself, you'll notice that we get instant spawn. So it becomes overwhelming when they hack the Reaper. You know, no respawn delay, and they hack. You know, and we get closer. So these are one-time use armors. So they're really good at basically everything. Just basically the name. So scopes would be, you know, a bow. Steady would be melee. Rush would be like speed and melee. And Hellfire would be, you know, pyro. So let's just take a look. Let's take a look at his weapons. That's very good. Very good stuff. Look at this. So let's just move this way. Yeah, that's gonna lag a lot. That's okay. So yeah, we gotta be careful with mobs too. But 64 TNT, these classes get all of them. And that is, you know, a huge plus. So yeah, guys, this is so far the map. I do want to show you the... So this is a one-time use class. I'll show you, you know, what happens afterwards. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're a defending team, you can use... These are teleporters, by the way. These pressure plates things are teleporters. Alright, so I'm going to kill myself. I'll show you what happens afterwards. These are high saturation food. Doesn't last forever. But, yeah, as you can see, how fire pressure plate is gone. You cannot use it. So, now that I've shown you that, unlocked at 7:20 on the remaining time. That would be 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes. Or so. 10 minutes. I don't know. 7:20. 720 seconds left. Whatever that is. And then, yeah. Okay, just in case there's a bug. But anyways, guys, let me become a paradisitor. TP0. There we go. Oh, that's in here. Let's leave. You know what? We can't leave. There's certain things going on right now. That gets deactivated or something. Let's join as a paradisitor mid-game. You know, if someone DCs or something, you can fix it by that. So paradisitors do have a respawn delay. The defending team, once again, just gotta reiterate some of these names might not be familiar with you guys, like it is with me. But yeah, you can either go in these spawn nodes, you wait 20 seconds, or you complete the parkour. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, guys, but I can complete that parkour, you know, as I fail. But, you know, when I did record this video for the first time, and had the wrong preset, I will tell you, I did the parkour the first time after 3 years of visiting it. So yeah, there you go. That's one. So here's the paradisitors. We get only 4 classes, unlimited 4 classes, and we get one use Nizerth class. Now Nizerth is present in growth and it's present in raise. It's just a name that has a strong pass with me. I don't know. I just like the name. It's ultimate gear, 5-minute in-game use. You can only be the class for 5 minutes. So let's say you're destroying the objective, and that timer goes, you're dead. It's just how the class works because it's so dang powerful. He can only last 5 minutes in the game. So I'll just show you one of the defending gears. They get pretty decent gear. Some of the stuff is just really good. And yeah, here's your respawn for the defending team. So yeah, I'm just gonna /kill. And I want to become... I want to be Nizerth really quick. So let's just grab a pressure plate. So here's my class. I won't get... So there's a bug. I used to give the actual fire block. So it was an animated block I would give to, ooh, that's cool. Absorbing light from the environment, huh? We'll talk about that in a little bit. But, yeah, you don't get a melee weapon because this game is heavily broken in 1.8. I am in 1.8, but, I was released in 1.7, where you can do all that stuff. Anyways, this is the bow and all that stuff. This is all his armor. If you just want to read all that. He's really buff, guys. So, game mode 0. You are slow, and you see that random process, you absorb life from the environment. If I were to take some damage, I would actually gain regeneration for a few seconds. It'd be half a heart to like 1 heart, but I mean, it's sustained nonetheless. Anyways, you get a good amount of pressure plates to, you know, repair any of these pressure, you know, these systems if you need to. Yeah, I have a 5-minute lifetime. There we go. So as you can see, I get this like weird visual effect. This is how Nizerth sees the world. Like I said, the map is really crazy stuff for its time, and also highly immersive, you know, with this kind of stuff. You have to deal with this, you know, PvPing, you know, competitively. Let's say you're playing this map and you're playing competitively, right? If you're playing with this class, you know, you have to deal with this. So I, you know, all of that stuff, you know, I wanted to do for the team. By the way, Nizerth can harm both the enemies because he's on his own team. That's just how I did the redstone at the time. Anyways, I'm gonna kill myself, and I'll show you what happens. So Nizers falls, you respawn as a paradisor now, and you're back to normal. Now I'm gonna mid-game join as a Marauder to show you some artillery stuffs. Alright, so let's just go in here. Alright, so this is artillery room. You get select gunship. Shows you a preview if you send here. So that would be the gunship in the sky and the first wall. Here's partitioned. And here's charge. Charge gives speed, haste, and resistance to Marauders while temporarily weakening paradisers. Depends what you want to use, but obviously the gunship we gotta show you. So I want you to pay attention to the Reaper and to how this gunship works and the sound effects. So I'm gonna stay silent and just pay attention. So you saw the Reaper's eyes change into beacons. I don't know if you were able to see that, but they did. If you read the text here, targets located everywhere. The Reaper's attacking the gunship. Get out of here. The gunship. Well, that's a typo. The Reaper's taking it down. And then you get this like kind of parachute gear, and then you're brought into the map as a Marauder with this gear. It's that immersive. Literally, you can't die once you leave the gunship. I give you resistance. You fall down, and you're back in the map like this. It's very highly immersive. Look at that damage. So if you can't get through the first wall, definitely gunship is worth it. If you already got through the first wall, gunship is not worth it. So yeah, guys, pretty damn cool stuff. So we showed hacking the Reaper. We showed the gunship. Partition is basically TNT in this area, and charge is just some effects / effects. I'll show you guys the winning sequence for the Marauders because that is pretty cool. Are you ready for this? Basically, we're going to corrupt the Reaper. That was made in Minecraft 1.7, guys. Really awesome stuff. I mean, I put a lot of time into all this stuff. As you can see, it's pretty damn cool. Going from a bedrock thing and to blowing itself up is, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's a winning sequence for Marauders. I'm gonna leave at that. The map, that's it. There's a lot more, but forget it, guys. Forget it. There's a mini game here in the lobby while you're waiting for everyone to join your server. You already know that you always have problems with that. People are late and all that. You can do single player or a 2-player game, called Death. Yeah, that's a map. I took advantage of everything I could at the time, but I really hope you guys enjoyed. This was one of my favorite maps, and Growth is the sequel to this map, made in modern raised classes that you'll see. It's really cool stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out now.